Okay. So you got a bunch of some cliches, some dope images. I like that line right there. I was really looking more for something I could use in terms of texture. It doesn't look like this. Yeah, just give me a lot of that. Let's see if we can find something tropical, some green. Last time I did a design with something tropical was a while ago, so I haven't been like played with it since then. Everything can be slowing down in the beginning. I just started. Alright, so we're gonna start with something for print. I usually just always start with a tabloid, and I always make a landscape, but you know, depending on what you vibe with, you do that. Alright, so let's start it. See, tropical gives a way better results. See, I like this already. I think I might use this right here. I think for personal commercial use, that's what I'm talking about. We might end up using Photoshop a little more this time. So I did a pattern like this before, but and it turned out great. It's actually the pattern that I use for the I Beg designs for you guys. It actually looks nice. Once my computer decides to start acting accordingly. Oh my gosh, it's slowing everything down. Alright, so you know what? It's better if I actually show y'all this side. So do a red bubble. There we go. Go down to AFR. Happy birthday to the internet. Alright, so if you look at this pattern right here, when it says I beg, what it actually is wow, okay. So what it actually is tropical fauna, like just plants in the background, and on top of it I put like I guess it was a zebra. No, it was supposed to be like a camouflage type thing that done on top of it, and then with the white contrast it created something else dope. So we're gonna see if we can make something like that, similar to that today. First we're gonna grab the logo, we're gonna close this one. Put the logo in here and reduce its size because this is huge. Alright, and then we gotta make it, of course, visible because it's white now. Okay, so I like that. I like the simplicity of it. That's why I made it my logo. Now let's move on and see if we can find something else. Oh yeah, the picture we just downloaded. Yep. That should be, what's it called? All right, it's right here. Okay, so we're gonna open that picture that we just downloaded, and from there, wait, my music stopped. Why is that? There we go. Now, I was thinking about concepts of what I want to design this season. I'm still toying around with some ideas, but at least I got some things in mind. So we're just gonna bring that into Illustrator. I usually don't do this, but you know, I just want to see what would happen if I did this. So we're just gonna bring that picture right into Illustrator. Right, boom, it's huge. That's good. Because when it comes to Photoshop, you know, that would be really nice when a picture is huge. Alright, so let's do the same trick that I did last time. Let's do the same trick that we did last time. So, boom, let's flip this. Transform, reflect it. I'll do it 90 degrees. I'll flip the image like that, and then we'll just put it right next to itself. Right? Boom. And we do the same thing again. Flip it. Right. So that's good. That's what we want. So the entire thing looks like some sort of weird kaleidoscope. Let's do this. Let's see if this will work. I've never done this before, but let's try it. Of course it's not. Cool. Nope. Alright, let's see if maybe we do it the regular way. A bit tight. Oh, wait. This can work. We gotta embed him. Oh, we can do that. Boom. We can embed the objects, and there we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Alright, so let's start with that. Just that. Let's push that to the side. Now, with this, like this. I don't like the shape it's giving me here, but I like that. Flip that the other way. What's that? Yeah, let's see what this does. Take off the outline. Nah, that's too small. Alright, let's expand this. I'm gonna expand the outline and make this thicker. Missing a, oh, sorry. I didn't mean to put that. Boom. There we go. Alright, so we're missing, make sure I didn't miss something. Nope. Alright, so we're missing, a window, a Pathfinder window. I don't know why Illustrator doesn't just make it a standard. Alright, so we're here. This is alright. This is kind of crazy. Let's take that for shape, and then let's bring that into here. Now we get to play around a little bit. What we'll do is go in and see what these patterns look like by themselves, right? So alright, let's look at that. One thing I didn't do yesterday when I was playing around is mess around with the way the pattern is in terms of blocks, right? So I had them in blocks yesterday and I didn't do anything different. This time, we're gonna play around with that a little bit. Let's see, maybe if we flip this one like that, right? And then this one up a little bit. That's it. Maybe a little more. Alright, like that. Right? Okay. And move this one down. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. Move this one out. Alright. I'm trying to make it as abstract as I can, because if I can morph it and it can just look like something entirely different from what it looks like, that's the better. So we're gonna try to do that here and just see what happens. Yeah, so when you look at it from a distance, yeah, I want it to look a little fragmented. I think this is fine for now. Okay, yeah, I think this is fine for now. So let's leave that the way it is, and then let's stack them on top of each other. So we got the other one right here, right? And we're gonna make that one this one. Boom. Okay, it looks like we got an issue right here, so we gotta go in there and fix that. Okay, so this one, this little block right here is inched over a little more than the others, so I'm gonna move it back. There it is. Alright. Now let's see what this looks like if you do a hexagon pattern on there. Or hexagon or whatever. See? Now it emphasizes too much the weird nature of that, so that's not gonna work. We can't do that. Let's just leave it as a break. There you go. Okay, so on top of that, we're now gonna lay the second layer that we did right here. And we're gonna go back. Let's see. Okay, so it may not look like much right now, but I actually kind of like it. Let's go in and switch this color to white. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. First, we gotta. Oh, I didn't give the disclaimer today, but usually, like I said, these are just me experimenting, trying different things to see how I can just create something new and see what happens in it, you know? So sometimes it might turn out nice, you know? Sometimes they won't. So this might be one of those times where it does not turn out nice at all. I see. Okay. Alright, so right now my issue is that the map of Africa is too big. I know, right? I never thought I'd say that out loud. But let's see. Boom. We keep everything together. Let's just reduce this. Boom. Right. Let's try this one. That's interesting. That's interesting. You know what? I think I know what I need to do to this. But I'm not sure I want to do that yet. Yeah, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Alright, hold on 1 second. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. Okay, so a while ago I worked, you guys weren't here yet. I worked on a pattern, a mud block pattern that I left in one of my workshops files somewhere. Now I gotta find out where I put that. Let's do that one, and then let's go and look at our mud blocks, because yesterday we did wax pattern. Today let's do mud blocks. Periodically look to see that thing. Periodically look up at this guy. Let's do this. I like this. This is something that I did a while ago. I let's see how it works. Oh yeah, I remember working this. I like this. This is something that I did a while ago. Let's see how it works. Oh yeah, I worked out this file right here. As you can see, I like this. This is something that I did a while ago. Let's see how it works. Yeah, I worked out. Gotta read this. So let's see what we got. Again, I kind of like this, I kind of don't. I'm on the edge. I think it looks weird. Weird is always good. I like when it starts off weird. So let's take this off. Let's take this on top of it. Let's see what it looks like if we mix mudball style with just imagery. Lock the layer behind it, so we can't mess around with the image that we got like that. And then we're gonna start changing this to white. So we can start seeing some of the difference. Yeah, today's gonna be a very experimental episode because I haven't done any of this before. Like, I mean, I've tried this before, I just haven't done it recently. And if you are trying something, you're bound to like get in some very murky areas where you're not really sure what you're doing. I guess it's part of the journey. Yeah, I'm not seeing where this is going. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm liking where this is going. So let's see what this looks like. Sorry, I'm thinking, so I have to be quiet for a second. Alright, let's make this into a pattern and see what happens. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're just going to expand this entire thing. And then we're going to merge it onto the hood. And then we're going to turn it into a pattern. Alright, now we're talking. Okay, so this is the pattern that we just created from, this was mud cloth, different patterns of mud cloth that I found on the internet, and I just retraced them and put them in the order that I liked and made this. So that's what you're looking at now. So what we're gonna do is try to tighten this up a little bit. So when I look over here on the side, I can see that there is. Let's see. All right. When I look over here on the side, I can see that there's like a little gap here between the top and bottom. So what we're gonna do is reduce the height a little bit, like 1 or 2 points. There we go. Doesn't need to align perfectly, but as long as it's close, that's a little too much. Right there. Yeah, that's fine. I can go back in and like fix all the extra stuff, but for now, we're just gonna shut this one off. Well, actually, we're gonna turn it like black so we know that there's something there. All right, turn it off. And then we're gonna go back to the original layer that we had right here. We're gonna copy and paste. And we're gonna put this new pattern on top of it. Now let's back out and look at the entire thing. Okay. Right, so this gives me a different feel. It definitely gives me a tropical vibe and a tribal vibe, but the mud cloth is definitely of African origin. So I like this already. That's rare that I start with something like that and I end up liking it, but my impression is that this is not gonna look good when we put it on something. And that happens all the time. You'll do something that's like, you think is amazing, but it just never turns out the way you think. So, to try to fix this a little bit, I'm gonna change, I think the problem is with this pattern here. So we're gonna go in and try to make that one bigger. So right now we have it like pretty small. So we're gonna extend it so that people can actually tell that it is a plant behind it. Right there. Gonna make it that big. Alright, now let's go back. And then that one, let's turn it back into the original. I think I see why I didn't use that one so much. I'll tell you why. Let's do the same thing over here too. Alright, let's expand this one too. I think what's happening right now is that some of these items are just too small and too close to each other. So we're just gonna expand that entire thing and see what that looks like. Right. Now this I think is gonna work. Just a little bit of adjustment, I think is all we needed. Now you know what's funny? We can actually incorporate the pattern that we were trying to do earlier. We can incorporate that in there, but I'm gonna wait. First, what I'm gonna do is expand this a little bit more. Let's see. There we go. All right, and save this out as a PNG. You really, even when you're designing your aesthetic, you're looking at the pattern and you're thinking to yourself, this is amazing, but it's not. And you don't know until you actually put it. Well, maybe sometimes you get like a hunch and then you're right when you actually put it on the final product. But most of the time you have no idea. You don't know. You're just going about it and trying to make sure that it's somehow pleasing to the eye before you actually get down to it. Alright, so this was the result of yesterday's design session. I know I ended up really finishing really late, so most people just went to sleep. But this is where we ended up yesterday. So that was the original color, and then once you bring it into Photoshop, you can easily use the hue and saturation to just move the slider along and then get different colors for what it is that you designed. So this first part of the season, what I'm trying to do is hopefully create as many patterns and fabric motifs of fabrics that I like, so that when I actually start designing the t-shirts and I design everything else, I have things I can pull from that's cohesive when they need extra funk. And this will actually inspire me as to which direction I want to take the season this year, because honestly I haven't really decided yet. So one of these right here is the mock-up we need, but I don't know which one it is. Alright, yep, that's the one. So that's the reason why I keep putting them on legends, because I want to see how it looks as the fabric on the entire like a lift, very enough area for you to decide, oh, I like this, or I know this is horrible. So that's why I keep putting them on. really decide, I think once you get the sizing correct, how you want it to look on all the other videos. There we go. I'm realizing we haven't even saved this. Go to tropical mud. After that's done, you gotta save the file, but you can't do all this and not save your file. So, tropical, let's see what that does. I want to try something else with this. That might actually be what I end up doing for this season, but I don't know. But I want to try something else with this idea of playing with greenery and mud puff. Alright, and mud puff pattern. So, so now let's go to Photoshop. So that tip file is huge. Every time I open it, everything goes down. I'm gonna save it as a resave it as a Photoshop file so that I can facilitate things. But it's Photoshop. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this mud file. We're gonna open this mud file pattern and check Alright, let's now open this new one. All right, so now that we have that here, pull that off and see what happens when we put it on something. you can do it. God damn it. It's like my entire computer is like went to hell now. And Illustrator is like stuck. Ugh. And goodness, maybe I should have just waited to do that. Oh, wow. All right, so I think we're good now. While it's saving in the background, we're gonna start changing the pattern on here and seeing if everything we did so far amounts to anything at all. And if it does, I'll do a bonus and I'll go ahead and like start designing a shirt, because so far I haven't, but I want to balance it out. So I've done enough patterns, but well, I've done like 4 or 5 patterns, but I haven't done a single shirt yet for this new season. I end up working on an old one that I did, and right there. And everything stopped. And it doesn't help that I'm impatient, like I have to do something. There we go. This is not good. I don't exactly know what's making everything slow down so much, but it's getting very annoying. Let's try to move this one over. Sure. All right. All right. Now let's try it again. Photoshop and Illustrator is so heavy. All right, now we got something. Let's save and see what happens. Oh, I get it. I think it's the size of my Illustrator file because I made it so huge, and that picture is so huge that it's just not working. Alright, I think this one should be about done. So we should be able to see what it'll look like on one leg at least in a few seconds before we start working on the next one. No, that was it. That's the one that we have. Let's start working on the next one then. Alright. My God, everything stopped. Oh, this is horrible. Everything stopped working. Alright, let's see. No. Still saving, 83%. Come on. Alright. Let's try this one on here. Boom, should put it right on there too. But this one's not even done saving, so I don't even want to start saving the next one. Oh my God. And then for the belt, see, I wanted to do something special for the belt. Yeah, that was a file that I had. I was starting to work on. I was making like a pattern for something that would be like a belt, kind of like an elastic band, but I don't. Well, I'm not even sure if I want to go look for it now because I'm having such a hard time doing anything right now. Man. Alright, I'm gonna have to like give up on this file and just start it again from scratch because apparently I made it too huge for Illustrator, and Illustrator is causing everything else to like slow down. So we're just gonna force quit Illustrator and then just redo this file from scratch because I mean I remember how I did it, so, and I have the I recorded how I did it, so. Alright, let's force quit Illustrator because it's slowing everything down, and that should free up some RAM so we can go ahead and get this show back on the road. There we go. Boom. That one. Force quit. Yep. I'm sure of it. Are we done? No? Still working. There we go. There we go. Everything should start working a little better. Alright, so that's updating the smart object so we can actually see what it looks like. That's see, that's interesting because that red tint was not there originally. No, it's not. Oh yeah, that's because we have the hue and saturation. There we go. Okay. So, like I said, sometimes you'll do it, you think it's amazing, and then you'll put it on something, and then it looks like crap. I don't think this looks like crap, but I don't think this looks great either. So, you know, there's a fine line. Let's see what that looks like. In a minute here. Oh, come on. Today's just not my day, man. Everything's so slow. All right, let's see. Okay, so far, I think it looks okay. I don't necessarily like it that much, but I don't hate it. Let's see what it looks like when we change the belt. That's a much smaller file, so it shouldn't be giving us this much issue. So let's change the belt to like white. So delete. Oh, so I'm supposed to do this. Boom. Option delete. All right, save. And now let's put this back in here. There we go. And let's see what it looks like. Okay. Not our best work. Not our best work at all. But you know what? I think what's happening here is that the pattern that we have behind it is not working as well as the pattern in front of it. So let's go back to Pexel. I think I picked the wrong one here. Let's go back to Pexel and let's keep looking at some of these files. Let's see. And Pretzel is supposed to be playing my music, but Pretzel just decided to give up. And there we go. Let's put back in. So let's try this one. The reason why is because the design that we picked has a lot of lines behind it, and the design that we put behind it, like both designs have a lot of thin lines going on. So I think it doesn't create enough contrast for this pop. So what we're gonna do is try it with this image instead. Instead of doing the whole thing in Illustrator like we did the first time, we're just gonna do the entire thing in Photoshop this time. Like show you all the different workflows. Okay. No. Oh. 1 second. That's interesting. Oh. Let's see. I don't know what's happening with my audio. I'm gonna have to fix it after I'm done with the stream. Alright, so now let's do the entire workflow again, but in Photoshop. And yeah, so first let's start with this one. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna take this image and make this a pattern, define pattern. We're gonna leave it like it is. There it is. So the next thing we're gonna do is find this pattern that we were using just now in Illustrator, and we're gonna open it here in Photoshop. Nope, it was higher up. It was this one. Boom. Right. It's the exact same pattern. We're just gonna open it in Photoshop now. And there we go. And we're gonna do the exact same thing we did to this one once it actually pops up. Everything working? Yep. Everything. See, Photoshop was a problem. Sorry, Illustrator was a problem. Everything else should went back to normal. There we go. Photoshop's ready for us. So yeah, 300 resolution, that's fine. You want to just open it, press OK so it can open it, and then from there it'll rasterize the image. And since everything is rasterized, oh, I didn't do the entire image. Crap. Crap. I didn't want to open Illustrator. Well, let's roll with this. Let's see what happens. Let's invert this, turn it white. Well, we gotta use the levels now and turn that completely white because it isn't. All right, there we go. So let's see if we can do the same thing here and simply define pattern. And it should pop up in a second, and then we'll say okay. And then we'll do basically the same thing we did in Illustrator, where we'll play with the size of one pattern above the other one, and then we're gonna join them and then put them on the legging to see what the final result is. From there on, we can put it on everything else, but we're just trying to make sure that this new picture that we picked is closer to what we want it to be, closer to the final effect that we want the pattern to have. And just in case, we'll go back here and then we'll just look for some more pictures. I like this. I like this, the palm leaves. Let's download that. All right, let's keep going. This one's not bad right here, but I don't know. Let's keep going. It's all right. See, I like this. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. I might have to play with this a little bit. Let's bring that down. All right, now let's see. Looks like our Facebook is ready, right? Sorry, I said Facebook. I'm in Photoshop. Let's press enter. All right, that's ready to go. So what we're gonna do is play with one of the legs here. Boom, and it's gonna make a new layer. We're gonna fill it with white, and then we're just gonna put our pattern overlay. So we're gonna put our pattern, which is the picture, really, on this one. So let's find that. What we were doing when we defined the pattern up there, we were just making basically storing it in Photoshop so then we can reuse it here. So this is, well, I didn't know I had this one too. Ah, fascinating. All right, so we'll use this, and then we'll resize it because that's pretty big. So we'll bring the scale down like really small. Oh yeah, I forgot that Photoshop does that. All right, we gotta do the same trick that we did last time. Gotta go back here, right? Boom, boom, boom. And then what we're gonna do here is first you gotta click twice on the image to unlock it, unlock the layer. Press enter. And then what we're gonna do is increase the canvas but leave the image intact. And this is giving us a second. Man, everything is giving us a second. All right, let's see. You know, the new Photoshop, some of the things it did here is just so weird. Like, for example, when you scale something, right? Like, if you scale something, normally in Photoshop before all of this, you can just press shift and it would keep it constrained. Now, you don't have to do that. It does it automatically, right? If you press shift, that means you want to skew it. You don't want it to keep the same dimensions. But how come now that I'm using the crop tool, it's the opposite? Like, it goes back to the original. Then why did you change it in the first place? You should just all kept it the same. It's just anyways, I don't make decisions, right? I don't make decisions over there, Adobe. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So here it flipped the entire picture like diagonally. Before that wasn't what it automatically did. So now I gotta hold shift and boom, flip it. Anyways, like I said, it's above my pay grade. All right, now let's see. It's like it's, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything about it anymore. All right, crop. Let's move it to the guide, and we're waiting. One more time. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Boom, we're here. And let's do it one more time. Well, first you gotta go down. That looks like it had a... No? That's weird. Let's get close. Why did it do that? No, let's delete that. Let's do this again. Move it right here, right? And then let's just flip it right here. All right, enter. All right, one more. Flip it, boom. Well, I went a little too far, huh? Okay, now let's flip it one more time. And come on. Yeah, we go. Boom. Let's confirm that. Bring down the guide. Okay, so confirm that. Bring down the guide. There we go. And crop it again. Just move it up to the guide. It's not working. Just wait one more second. Oh, come on. It's crazy. Pretzel won't even play the music anymore. I can't even see the stream anymore. And all right, looks like Photoshop decided to rejoin us. No, there we go. And that's where we want it to be. Let's confirm that. And that is now what we define as a pattern. Image. But wait, we gotta wait for Photoshop to do its thing. Tell you what we can do. We can close this. This image back here. All right, let's see. Still cropping. This is what you get when you actually use very, very large files. But in order for the result to be really nice, especially if you're going to print on fabric, you want some files with some high definition, and all, not just the high definition, but actually size on them, because some fabric is a much larger canvas from time to time, than what you usually work with. So now that that's done, you want to use that. Go back on the edit to define this pattern, new pattern. Okay, so while that's working, we can close this one because we don't need that. Oh, that's taking too long. Alright, so let's go back to Facebook and see if the stream is still rolling. Last time I did this, I found out that Facebook broke up my stream in like 3 different things. So 3 different videos. Okay, let's see. Wow, this is taking a while to define this as a pattern. I'm really surprised. Man, you know what? Next time, I'm just gonna have to use smaller files. Like, forget the definition, you know? Like, who has time for that? Oh man, that's messed up. All right, now where's my? I don't even know. All right, so let's start. Let's go back. Oh man, this is like the slowest ever. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to. Okay, there it goes. Finally, I can just press OK and that's done, right? The next one, I'm definitely gonna have to reduce the size. So let's just close this file because it's just causing too much damage right now to our RAM. I'm just not gonna save it because I just don't have the time. And this one too, we're gonna close it. All right, that's out of here. Now, this one too, I don't think we need it anymore. But just to make sure, let's start here. No, it was right here. Boom. All right, so let's go ahead and put the effects on here. It's a pattern overlay. And now we want to use the last pattern we just came up with. We want to reduce this one severely. There we go. Something like that. That's what we want. Press OK. Boom. All right, so what we're going to do is do another layer on there. Fill it with white. But this time, you see the fill? We're going to bring that to 0. Boom. All right, bringing it down to 0. Now we can put the effect on there. Pattern overlay. And the pattern that we put on this one is the muckloff pattern. With this one, we increase. There we go. Let's increase it a little more. There we go. And let's move it. Let's move it like this. Right there in the middle. Let's save it. And see how that affects our lighting here. That should be updating pretty soon. Nope. Taking forever. Oh. And let's see. There we go. Oh, I gotta turn off the sound. Nope. Taking forever. Oh. There we go. Gotta turn that off. Let's get to work. Oh man, still updating. Just bear with me 2 seconds. And then we can see the result. Boom! Yes! Now that is a serious improvement. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, this is why we did all of this for. Like, it's like we went through everything just to get that one just right. Just right. So what we're gonna do is all right, come on. We got a which leg was that? It's the right leg. Is that a it's like that's the left leg. Boom. All right, so we're gonna update the right leg, and yeah, before you know it, we got like a really nice, look going on now. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna bring this one down right there. Just bring it down a little more. There we go. Let's click on here, and we're just gonna move the exact 2 layers right in there, and we're gonna save this one. This is exactly what I wanted. Yeah. Woo. This is a long way. It took us a long road to get here, but we're here. All right. So that's your update in a second. And we'll have our newest addition to the designs that we've been doing this whole time. Just one more. Come on. Saving up to what, 83%? Man. But the good thing about this is that the files are really huge. So when I put this up on Teespring or Redbubble or wherever, they have a good source to work from to then go to print, right? It won't be a really horrible tiny little design that they'll have to blow up, right? This will have the definition, it will have the size, and it won't have to do much. They'll have to just press it on there, and then boom, immediately it'll have the effect that I'm going for. See? Whew. This was the intent the entire time. This was the intent the entire time. So there we go. I think that's enough for today. I don't want to do any more. I don't want to do any more. I think this is good enough. I'm probably gonna add something in the belt area of that design, because I just feel like, even though I kind of like the simplicity of just having white there, and everything, all the mud cloth patterns going right into the white, but I think that perhaps we want to add something there. And one more thing, I'm probably gonna update the was that the right leg a little more, but this is it. This is the finality, the Grant finale. That's what I was going for. I think it was worth it. At least I personally think so. So now we had that detail there. There we go. That's the detail that we were going for. That's the detail that made this video so painfully slow, and the rendering process so painfully slow. This is it. There we go. Alright, everyone. Thanks for watching. I got like some more designs to do after this, but this is it. So catch you tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do something totally different because I think I'm done with doing patterns for a good little minute. But yeah, thanks for coming. We'll do this again, what, next week? No.